Good evening, good afternoon, or whatever bloody time it is where you're watching from. I'm TNG. Welcome to this week's Top 5 Camps. This week's been pretty decent, guys, as per usual, really. We've got quite an interesting bunch here. So sit back, relax, grab your beverage of choice, and enjoy them. For our first camp, in the number 5 spot, we have Lady H, not J, with the ID Chaos. Well, if you don't know Lady H, then I don't know either. This is a mad structure. I'm not quite sure of the words to use for this. Futuristic, I guess. Strange would be another good option. Yeah, this is weird, this Lady H. I like the weirdness of it, though. The mats being used as a stairway, that's a pretty cool look. I quite like the support beams that you've made as well. I honestly don't know what else to say about this because it's just... it's random as shit, really. Aye, very, very unusual exterior. Although, I must say, it is nice to see something different. I've definitely not come across anything like this in the Wasteland before. Now, interior-wise, much like the outside, very futuristic, very alien-ish. I like that custom lighting you've made there, I must say. Very nice indeed. I'm also a fan of your custom bed as well. Yeah, this is a Madden, inside and out. I'm not quite sure how to describe it. Yeah, good work, Lady H. Thank you very much for entering. Congratulations on number 5 spot. Right, so this is on other end of spectrum, innit? In the number 4 spot, we have Nigwad with the Tinker's Shack Skyline Valley. I don't know why the Skyline Valley bit was appropriate then, but okay. You know what? This build's actually quite a mad shape as well. Not as mad as Lady H's, but you don't see many slopey boy builds like this quite as compact, if that makes any sense. Like, yeah, you see loads of them that are quite lengthy, but chode-like size, like this one. Nah, it's quite a rarity, and yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I've got no complaints about exterior. I think it looks bob on. Yeah, decent exterior. And you know what? I'm surprised, but that Blue Ridge Caravan set actually fits in well with the rest of the build. Yeah, mad mixture. Interior's really nicely done as well. I think this comment on the original video describes it the best. The amount of merging this must have took would make my arse rage bleed. I fucking hell. Yeah, I'm not sure I'd have them side effects, but I get what you're saying. It does look quite tricky to put this together. The amount of detail that's in here, how well it's been done. Yeah, it would have taken a bit of time. Sick build this, Nigwad. Thank you very much for entering this week. Congratulations on number 4 spot. I really did like the interior on this. Camp number 3, we have the Salty Dog build by Naros Gaming. And apologies for my voice, by the way, guys. I am starting to lose it at this point. But yeah, small mercies aside, Naros, I love this build. This was one of the standout ones for me this week. I like the stilted design of the place. I like how colourful it is, but still manages to be lore-friendly-ish. On top of the build as well, the camp location, great choice. Literally everything about this, I rate it 10 out of 10. Sure, it's not the most complicated build I've ever seen or the most, you know, groundbreaking in terms of techniques used to make it, but I still really liked it, as did the rest of the judges. Aesthetically, really, really pleasing. Let's take a look at the inside of the place. Now, yes, it isn't the most highly decorated camp I've ever seen. But again, there's just something about it. I don't know what it is. I just really like this camp, guys. What can I say? Yeah, thank you very much for entering this week, Narosi. Congratulations on number 3 spot. So now we come to number 2 spot, and this week it's going to go to Silver Bunny with the Lush Lander Camp. Now, this was actually tied with votes with the number 3 spot, believe it or not. The way we broke them apart was off the amount of interactions in the Discord. So yeah, just thought to put that out there. Now, for me, this was the number 1 build of the week, purely and simply because of how difficult it is. Now, for the eagle-eyed viewers amongst you, you'll realise this is a pre-existing location. And you may be thinking to yourself, TNG, what is difficult about building here? It's already done for you. Well, let me put it as simply as I possibly can, right? Building in that little airstream, slipstream caravan, whatever you want to call it, is a kick in the penis. You cannot put anything down. It takes a lot of effort. So when you take that into account and you see what Bunny's actually done with the gaff, I think you can all appreciate just how much work has gone into this. That is epic. That is beautifully decorated. Stunning transformation of this location. Honestly, that is mind-blowing work, Bunny. She hasn't just stopped with the caravan either. She's added quite a lot to this. The most obvious thing are the lifts and platforms up the side of the cliff here. Simply lovely. Again, not the simplest thing to do. She's got all the plants lit up that she's put down. We've got a little shower block thing over there as well. Yeah, this is just a really cool camp. The levels of detail, the amount of work that's gone into it, top notch. Silver Bunny, you've knocked this one for 6. Thank you very much for entering this week. Congratulations on the number 2 spot. Like I said, my favourite build of the week. Okay then, so now we come to the number 1 spot. However, just before I tell you who has won this week, it's time for the... Anybody want to say it? Anybody? Hello? No, it's just me here. It's time for the honourable mention section. Yes. And as ever, we've got 2 of them. Let's start off with the Akira's build, because I do want to mention something about this. Okay then, so in terms of the actual camp portion of this build, it's okay, the Akira's. I'm not a massive fan of it, I will be honest with you, and I'm only saying that because I know you can tech it. You're not going to cry about it. Now, I'm not saying it's bad by any stretch of imagination. It just didn't do anything for me. Although I will say that little generator portion thing you've made there out of telephone booths, is that what it is? I think it is bloody phenomenal. I did like that part, and I like the interior decor on it as well. The thing I want to mention about this, though, the really cool bit about this build is the shelter. As you can see, we've got a lift going down to it here. Very, very fucking clever. And to be honest, the whole shelter itself is incredible. The only problem is, guys, and veterans of the channel will know this, shelter builds and custom world builds, or camps that feature shelters as part of their build, are limited to an honourable mention. So while this is absolutely incredible, we can't put it any higher. So yeah, Akira's, thank you very much for entering this week. Fantastic work. But like I say, it is limited to a mention. Now, our second honourable mention goes to Busting My Ashley with... what the bloody hell is this called? Potters, Plants and More. Shut up, Potter. Harry Potter. Shut up, Potters. Fuck me. Wow, that were like Tourette's. Jesus Christ, my head were going and everything. Fucking hell. Seriously, the more I do videos and listen to myself talk and shit, I realise just how fucking broken... I actually am. But anyway, yes, Busting My Ashley's build. Honestly, this deserves to be in the top 5 proper, in my opinion. Awesome camp. Really solid build. I love this thing. It's immersive. It's well put together. The decor in the place is top notch. Seriously, Ashley, this is a properly good camp. It feels wrong putting it as an honourable mention. The only complaint I've got about it is the location. And as stupid as that sounds, I just think if it was moved back a little bit and wasn't covering the road, it'd look just that much better. But that's just my opinion. Please don't think I'm taking away from it, because this is sick. Ashley, thank you very much for entering this week. Congratulations on honourable mention. I really wish you would have uploaded this a different time so it would get in the actual top 5. Such a good build. But yeah, that wraps up the honourable mentions. Let's find out who's coming number 1 this week. The winner of the top 5 camps this time around is Spyro with the Somersville Pawn Shop build. Simply lovely. Now, this thing, despite its small size, packs a punch, much like myself. And I'm not talking about my height, but yeah, this one's quite deceptive. You've got such a small build area in this location, it's unreal. Keen-eyed viewers amongst you will have realised, and by the name of the video, this is in Somersville, and as we all know, Somersville is a marked location, so you have to get your camp module just in the right spot so you can build in and amongst these houses. Now, as I mentioned, the build area for this is very small, so the fact that Spyro's managed to get this in here so cleanly and got it matching in with the pre-existing house is admirable. I think it would have looked better in the contemporary set, so it matched in a little bit more, but it's still pretty sick in terms of the shape. You could walk past this. I genuinely think if you weren't paying attention, you would walk past this. It is cool. Yeah, Spyro, perfect use of a challenging location. I think you've done a wonderful job with the structure itself. Now, where this thing really excels, though, is the decor. Guys, take a look at this. I mean, wow. What? That is mind-blowing. The detail and the time that's been put into this place, I can't imagine. This is insane. Spyro, my friend, I've seen some decor from you in the past, but I think this one takes the top spot. What an amazing job you have done with the inside of this place. That's what made this build for me, by the way. Quite simply, sublime. There's no other word to describe it. Spyro, thank you very much for entering this week. Congratulations on the #1 spot. Hats off to you, mate. More than well deserved. And yeah, that wraps it up, guys. I'd like to say a massive thank you to everybody that submitted the builds this week. You all did a fantastic job. It was not an easy one. So yeah, thank you again. Up on your screen now is the name of all the judges that actually voted this week. So if you want to give them some love, there's links to their channels down in the description. And as ever, guys, massive thank you to all my channel members and Patreons. The extra support is much appreciated. Anyhow, as we say it north, I'll love you and leave you, and I'll catch you next one. Have fun, everybody.